Am I the asshole for refusing to change my last name? My mother passed away before I was 10. My uncle, mother's eldest brother, took me in and raised me because my father by then had already started a new life and a new family. My uncle treated me very well, though I'm not sure if my aunt feels the same about me as he did. My uncle and aunt had only one son who's around my age, and what he had, I had too. For example, if my uncle got my cousin a laptop, he would get me the same one. My uncle even got me a car for my 18th birthday. My cousin also treated me just like his own brother. Needless to say, I am very grateful to have them in my life. Everything I have and who I am is owed to them. However, my relationship with my uncle has hit a slight snag recently. In my culture, it's usually the parents who will help with purchasing a home for their sons when they get married. The reason is because people in my culture tend to marry young, but most of the time we would not have worked long enough to save up for a house. For a man not to have a marital home is considered a disadvantage, and the woman's family may not accept the proposed union. So, a man having a marital home is very important. Listen, no one is holding a gun to your head saying you have to get married. And if you want a house, that's on you. I don't like where this is going. In my case, because my mother had passed away and my father is an absent parent, my uncle and aunt are my de facto parents. Indeed, my uncle said he would buy me a marital home. However, he has set a condition for that I have to change my last name to his. Oh, so he's gonna buy you a house. Last names are a big deal in my culture, so this is not something that is taken lightly. My uncle said that since he's been like a father to me rather than my own father, and also as a remembrance to my mother, I should change my last name to his. So basically, no change in last name equals no marital home. I mean, shit, if I'm buying you a home, I feel like you can put a condition on that. I'm just saying. I expressed to him that this is an unfair demand because, like I said, last names are a huge deal in my culture and a change could trigger uncomfortable questions from people. But my uncle insisted that if I refused to change my last name, I would have to buy the marital home on my own, which is impossible because I'm a fresh grad and it could take me years to even save up for the down payment. Sucks to suck. How can you get mad at him when you're literally saying it's the parents' job, right? And they're like your parents, but make it official then if they're like your parents. If you don't want to do it under their terms, don't do it. This could seriously set me back in terms of a romantic relationship and future marriage. This is so That's not, it sucks. It's your problem. Welcome to life, buddy. Life isn't fair. Because of our disagreement, things between my uncle and I have become awkward. So far, my aunt and cousin have not said anything to me, but a group of close friends whom I have confided to told me that I'm the asshole. I'm surprised by their reaction because other than this, I had never gone against my uncle. I'm also very thankful to my uncle and what he had done for me, and I would gladly take up the responsibility alongside my cousin to take care of him in his old age. It is just that I really don't think I should be forced into making a fundamental identity change and be punished for not doing it. So, am I the asshole? But let's not. You ain't getting punished for shit, okay? You not getting a down payment on a house is not a punishment. You're just being blessed. You're just lucky if that happens. I like to say, my money, my terms. Asshole or not. That's a matter of fact. I call you an asshole too, shit. Am I the asshole for helping my brother run away from his wedding? I have two older brothers. This is about the middle one. Our parents divorced when I was very young due to our mother's insane jealousy. She quickly rebounded with a guy with two kids and had shared custody for a while. But when my dad got remarried, she went crazy, calling his new wife every horrible name and claiming he was cheating on her while they were married. I was always closer to my brothers and my dad rather than my mom because she was always very mean to me. Long story short, my stepmom died in a bad car accident, and my dad called her in the middle of the night, letting her know that he would pick us up earlier so we could attend the funeral, and she decided to take us on a fun trip to celebrate something. It was the happiest we've ever seen her, and when we realized what happened and started crying, she told us only worthless people cry for whores. Needless to say, things went nuclear, and my dad asked for full custody with visitation for her. He always left the line of communication open and paid for us to visit her when she moved away, but it was still very bad, and as soon as we turned 18, we started to lower contact with her. The last time we saw her was on my high school graduation, where she made a point of letting everyone who would hear that we were ungrateful kids, and her husband at the time would call us bad names too. We've been no contact since then. My brother Sam started dating his ex 3 years ago. She had heard all of the stories and the reasons we had no contact, but she believes we are just dramatic. Oh, I see where this is going. They had many issues due to her opinions, but she eventually seemed to drop the "you need to reconcile with your mother" crusade. During the wedding planning, there was no indication of things going wrong or fishy. Then we got to the church, and lo and behold, mom, husband, and two kids were sitting up front. I immediately panicked and called my brothers. Sam thought maybe somehow she found out and wanted to crash, so he called his ex to let her know of the potential drama, but she told him it was fine since she invited them. Sam hung up and asked me to go get him while oldest brother dealt with things at the church. We went home and barricaded ourselves there, even with his ex, her family, friends, etc. came to try and make sense with him. My mom's husband even called and said he always knew we were worthless. Now that the dust has settled, most of Sam's friends are on his side and so is most of our dad's family. His ex's parents already threatened to sue for the money they paid if he doesn't marry her, but Sam says he'd rather pay them back for the contribution than marry someone that betrayed him. My nuclear family 100% supports Sam, but the backlash has been huge. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, so they go into detail about the aftermath at the church. I asked my brother Joe about the church aftermath, and it was just as I expected it. He says he stood up in front of everybody and told them Sam was not coming back and please go home, and all of the gifts delivered to our side of the family will be given back ASAP. The ex was still outside the church when someone in her family informed her, and she started screaming and crying and calling Sam nonstop.
My dead girlfriend keeps messaging me on Facebook. I've got the screenshots. I don't know what to do. My girlfriend died on the 7th of August, 2012. She was involved in a 3-car collision driving home from work when someone ran a red light. She passed away within minutes on the scene. We had been dating for 5 years at that point. She wasn't big on the idea of marriage. It felt archaic, she said. Gave her a weird vibe. But if she had been, I would have married her within 3 months of our relationship. M had been dead for approaching 13 months when she first messaged me. September 4th, 2013. This is when it began. I'd left Emily's Facebook account activated so I could send her the occasional message. I share access with her mother. After a little confusion, I assumed it was her. I had received confirmation from Susan that she hadn't logged on to Emily's Facebook since the week of her death. Em knew a lot of people, so I instantly assumed it was one of her more tech-savvy friends fucking with me in the worst way possible. I noticed pretty much immediately whoever was chatting with me was recycling old messages from Emily and my shared chat history. On March 15th, I sent what I assumed was Em's hacker a message. Why are you doing this? Why do you keep tagging her? On March 25th, an answer. Hello, 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 Nathan, which is him. This is actually devastating. I don't know why you enjoy doing this. Oh my God, cinnamon scented candles.
Oh my God.
Nathan, go to hell. Emily, why are you doing this? It wasn't until I was going over these logs a few months later that I noticed she was recycling my own words as well. Before anyone asked, yes, I changed the password and all security info countless times.
Oh my gosh.
16th of April, I received this. We should make our own jam. Jesus fucking Christ, Samantha. Nah, different. No chance of passing. No chance of passing. How many ? Garage side door? No chance of passing. I hadn't discovered any leads. Facebook had told me the locations her page had been accessed from since her death. They're all places I can account for.
Ugh.
My home, my work, her mom's house, etc. 8th of May. I don't really have words for this. -12, -15. My jumper's in the dryer and it's really cold out. Really cold out. Cold, cold. Please stop. Freezing. I don't know what's happening.
I don't like this. It's getting so much weirder.
Freezing is the first original word she's made.
As in it's not from previous conversations?
Yeah, it seems that way. Going back in time, 7th of August, 2012. These are logs from the day she died. This, alongside a couple of voice messages, is the last time I talked to her under the assumption that she was still alive. Mm-hmm. You'll see why I'm showing you these soon. She was usually home from work by 4:30. Hey, you on your way home? When you see this message, please ring me. Straight away. I rang blank and they said you left at 4. I'm starting to panic. I feel sick in my stomach. Please, please ring me. Emily, answer your phone. Yesterday, 1st of July, 2014. Until today, she'd been quiet. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what's happening. I just heard a Facebook alert. I'm too afraid to swap windows and check it.
Oh.
Hey, you on your way home? When you see this message, please ring me. I rang blank and they said you left at 5. I'm starting to panic. Please stop. Emily, Emily, I don't know what's happening. Freezing.
God, that's Emily all
Emily.
Storytime. Karma didn't do its job fast enough, so I had to take matters into my own hands. So a little background information. My best friend Allie had just passed away in a car crash. And for some reason, these two girls, Jackie and Jayla, decided that they were going to talk shit on her all the time for no reason. Like, they had some weird, unhealthy obsession with her for no reason. Like, the one time they literally put me in a group chat just so that way I could see them talking shit about her. So I told my best friends Christy and Megan about it, and we decided to come up with a plan to jump them. So in the morning and after school, Jayla and Jackie would walk by my house to get to theirs. So obviously we weren't going to do it in the morning because nobody had the energy for that. But we got baseball bats and everything else. And we did end up using them. Like, we ran up on them after school and we started to beat the out of them. I don't want this video to get taken down, so use your imagination because it was pretty bad. And both of them ended up in the ER. One girl was in a coma for the week and the other one had a broken collarbone. They ended up pressing charges, but my thing is, this is a girl who can't defend herself, so I would have done it anyway.